I remember when Bamba was a thing. Were
Yes.
you really considering being part of Team Boris Johnson?
Well, I prefer Jamba, but it was a thing insofar as I was talking to all the different candidates. But I think that at the end of the day, Jeremy is going to do a much better job.
What happened when you had those talks with Boris Johnson's team?
Well, my concern is going to be really about delivering on Brexit, but also maintaining the economy. And my concern is that some candidates are approaching Brexit with a sort of do-or-die approach and not considering the consequences to people's jobs here in Hastings, from car manufacturing jobs up in the north, all these vital elements of building a strong economy, which depend on a strong relationship with the European Union. And to simply say we are definitely leaving October the 31st and to lean into no deal, I think is a mistake.
I mean, Boris Johnson's gone further than that as well. He hasn't ruled out proroguing or suspending Parliament in order to push through no deal.
Which is absolutely outrageous. The idea of leaving the European Union in order to take back more control into Parliament and to consider closing Parliament in order to deal with that is the most extraordinary idea I've ever heard.
I mean, Rory Stewart has said that he would be prepared to set up another parliamentary session across the road. Would you join him?
Well, I'm not going to use the same colourful language as Rory, but I certainly feel just as strongly as he does. It is a ridiculous suggestion to consider proroguing Parliament. And for a start, it would involve approaching the Queen. And that, of course, is an absolutely... nobody should consider doing that. We may have our difficulties as MPs arriving at a decision, but the idea of involving the Queen is completely wrong.
Do you think Boris Johnson would make a good Prime Minister?
I think Jeremy Hunt would make a better one.
Didn't quite answer.
I can't rule it out because clearly Boris is in the lead, but I hope that once we go forward and people see the debates and see how some of the arguments being put forward by different candidates don't really hold water, they'll realise that the best person to go with is Jeremy. The challenge with Boris's approach is that he is saying we are definitely leaving by October the 31st, but that is not in his gift to achieve. It will need support from a majority of MPs because MPs are inventive. Parliament is thoughtful. The Speaker is an activist. There will be a way of stopping it. And I wish that people would stop saying we're definitely leaving on October the 31st when there are so many other parts that could come into play that will stop that. So I don't want people to be misled again.
Would you serve under Boris Johnson?
I think it's too early to look at that because it'd be too presumptuous of me to think about anyone else forming cabinet and not knowing what place we're going to take it.
But you'd accept a lift home from him now, I guess.
I'm still thinking very carefully about any lift home with Boris.